Hello everyone, I'm part of Tone Skater 4 on PS1. This time we're doing London because it's the only one we can do right now, so might as well do it. Um, London isn't too different from the PS2 version, but there are some missing areas and such, so there is some differences. But for the one thing, these buses don't move, and there's a tape up there I can instantly get from here. So that's the easiest tape I've ever gotten in any of these. Next up is some of these missions. The fountains are here. They do not animate or anything. Just there. The fountains and the water as well. They're just there. Uh, the skate letters are all in specific areas, mainly ramps. Um, they're really not that difficult, honestly. The way to the E is where the deck is, by the way. So obviously I'm going to go and get the deck. And I'm also get the musical track here as well. Now, there are no stat points hidden around this level. None. I have no idea why, but all I do know is that there are no stat points at all, because I'm pretty sure that at this point, doing these goals will get you all the stat points you need for this skater. So yeah, it's nice that they stopped giving me stat points, and just in case they don't want to overfill me with it. Next is the entrance flip, which is a kickflip over the entrance of this fountain place. There you go. I couldn't make it, but I still got it. Next up is going to be not too far away, which is the musical track over here. By the way, 2 stat points. That's pretty good. I'll give it 3 or 4 minutes before I start jump cutting through shit because might as well just show you this stuff as it is. And that's all the collectibles, by the way. There are no other collectibles in the entire level, so that's nice. Now it's time for underground passes. We need to find 5. That's pretty much spread in some iffy places, to be honest. They're not too bad, but one of them is definitely going to take some actual effort. I thought they were all going to be around here and that there'd be no problem with them. I was wrong. The underground passes are actually in a small area close to 2 underground passageways. There's one over here. The second passageway is over here, right there. It's kind of weird how the passageways look and work. Like, you'll see it when I go through it, but yeah. That little thing that's broken there, it doesn't exist in the PS2 version. There is no broken railway over here, so don't worry about it. It's also a lot bigger and a lot more different, this little area here. There's no green pond here either. I like the green pond though, it's neat. It's a nice little design thing for us. That's 4 passes. The 5th one is in an area that actually requires some effort to get to. In order to get to it, we need to get up to the rooftop and then grind all the way over there. You'll see it pretty soon. London isn't too different from its PS2 counterpart because a lot of the main area, the area we're in right now, is pretty much the same. There are no phone booths, as you see here, and there are some small things that have changed here. But otherwise, it's the same area. It's just smaller and has less to it. There we go, we got the underground passes. Now time for jump cutting, because I'm not going to waste any more of your time. By the way, stat point. That's free. Right, time for some combos. The combo letters, it's a bit dickish, but I can handle it. Just got to make sure you make a grind all the way from here to there. Manual, grind, jump, and then grind. You don't get the grind if you don't do that. Keep holding the triangle button there, and you will make it all the way through. Next up is rookie score, 70,000 points. Nothing difficult about that, we can handle it. However, there aren't many good spots in London to do good scores, so you might not be able to handle it well. I mean, the rookie score you'll be able to, but when we get to the harder stuff, the bigger scores, you might struggle. For instance, 110,000 in one combo. You might struggle at that because finding a good spot to get a really good combo is not that easy here in London. You will probably get screwed a lot. So you're gonna have to make the best of it and try your best at making your own little area of big combos. I will show you some of the best areas you can possibly get a good score in, but otherwise you'll probably just get fucked over. Anyway, time to feeble a bus. Yeah, we just have to take this one bus that's not moving at all, and there you go. And that's a stat point gain. Only 3 more stat point goals to go. Next is Boneless the Boost. Now, this is something that isn't in the PS2 version as far as I know. In order to jump higher from a boneless, you have to do that little switch thing, the L2 and R2, and as you're doing it, make the boneless, and you apparently jump higher from it. I have no idea how that works, or why this exists. But there you go, like, that's how you can jump higher. And by the way, that's how these things work. They just teleport you. It's really weird, and it it just shows how arcadey this game is. I want anyone thinking this is a good game series to actually, learn how to skate on shit, as a simulator game. Anyone who thinks a simulator game is a fucking idiot, because it's an arcade skateboarding game. If you want simulator, I guess Skate works for you, though I'm sure someone else can make a better skate game, because Skate's not exactly the best. Anyway, time for some umbrellas. I didn't actually know where 3 of the umbrellas were until I found out they're all in a very small area, and all you have to do is jump up some ramps for them. There's nothing else to it. It's very easy, and they gave it a medium token. I have no idea why. Next up is the high score, 1,025,000 points. 125,000 points, I mean. It's not that hard. If you were able to get a good score with the 110,000 combo, then you shouldn't have too much trouble with this one. Except I sort of do, because at this point is where the game, after this, will become a huge asshole. Right now, though, let's not worry about that and enjoy our stat points and our attempt at getting a skate in the hard version. So, go up here, go up the roof, then stop, turn around, make a big grind, and then make a big jump from the S to the K. And then everything should be self-explanatory. You go through, get the A, then you go down and you find the T. And then you take a wall ride onto a building and you get the E. It's not that hard, really. Now, in the PS2 version, you could see London in the background by this bridge. London Bridge. But sadly, you don't get that in the PS1 version. You just get this very big fog, and it sucks. I mean, it's not like the PS1 couldn't handle JPEGs in the background. I mean, you saw that in Aqua GT and shit, and I believe that was older than this game. Anyway, time to 720 this little gap here. I did it, though, but it didn't count. I don't know why. You saw I got it. I said 720, but it didn't work. I did it again, and it worked that time. I have no idea what the fuck happened. Anyway, next up, got a cannonball over a fountain. And this is actually in the PS2 version, but the big problem is it's awkward because in the PS2 version, it's not that big, and it's a gap. Though I don't think it's actually a gap here because I don't get a gap at all from jumping the fountain. So, this is by far one of the weirder ones. And it is a PS2 goal, and that's the last stat point goal we have. So now it's just goals. Thank you, music. It's time for a hard combo, which it sort of is because in order to get the N, you have to do this. It's very awkward, and you need to gain speed up here to get the B and then the O. This is actually one of the more challenging combos in the game. So that's nice. Okay, next up is competition. There's a glitch here in my one of my attempts. I did a manual here, and yeah, There's gonna be more glitches like that throughout this one. Because this game, I've been finding out more and more, it's just not polished. It's not very good. There are a lot of glitches, bugs, and weird shit with this game. And I don't even know if this was play tested or not. Because it doesn't look and feel play tested. Especially when you see these glitches and you see how very awkward and buggy it all is. It, it, it kind of ruins the testers, if there were any, like any of their, credibility and shit, if shit like this got past them. Like, you've been seeing some pretty bad programming and, of course, some pretty bad glitches throughout this entire LP so far. But these glitches that I found in London are fucking horrible. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can find them in the other levels as well, if you're lucky. But otherwise, I found them very apparent in this level, and I found some more problems, such as glitches with the manuals, very awkward balancing issues, and instantly bailing when I never even did a manual or grind yet. Like, when you get an instant bail, it means the balancing is already at the very edge, at the very beginning, and the game's gonna just fuck your fucking combo up just immediately for that reason. But for some reason, even though it's not like that at all, you never did the trick at all, it has that bar already there with that trick, and I don't know why. But anyway, we beat the competition, we got a gold medal, and we even got this reward. That little sound effect. And a movie, by the way. Next is the pro score, which is 220,000 points. This is, I mean, I was able to do it. But, yeah, as you saw there, I'm gonna leave that in because, yeah, trying to make that little jump there is not easy. And by the way, I should have kept grinding there, but for some reason it cuts me off. It's weird. It doesn't work right. And there's a 560 flip, of course. Of course the fucking flip trick comes in to ruin my fun. It always does, doesn't it? But yeah, this is definitely a very awkward port of Tony Skater 4. By the way, I reverted there. You heard the revert. It did not revert. This is another weird bug I find throughout this, and it makes me think, did they playtest this or not? Because this is shit you would find out in your plays. Anyway, that's it for the first score. Now it's time to go ahead and do a pro combo score, because now it's all about the scores. It's the same feeling, except we need to get the actual combo version of that score. And easier said than done. This took me quite a few attempts. I found that this little grind here, grind on this sidewalk here, helps a lot. You cannot grind on the sidewalk in the PS2 version. So, I didn't even know you could do this, but I'm glad you can, because it helps. It really does. Next up is Extreme Scope, which is 300,000. This took some miracles. First of all, I didn't manual, and there you go. Like, what the fuck? It looked like a manual, but it doesn't count because the meter did not appear, nor did it count at the trick, so it shouldn't have happened. But instead it did, and instead of staying in the middle like it should have, because it didn't move at all, it instead goes right to the very bottom and bails me instantly. I don't get what the fuck goes on with this game. But I know it's really weird, very awkward, and it's definitely not well made and polished. It definitely could have used some more work. Especially since this is a port of the PS2 version, which everyone remembers and loves. If you play that version on the PS2, which you should have if you've owned a PS2. Like, that version was really good. And it's by far, in my opinion, one of the best Homer Skater games ever. But this port does not do it justice because this port sucks. I'm saying it right now, this port is actually pretty crap. And I mean, we've dealt with some very poor, shitty ports, but nothing like this. At least with those ports, they had some sort of polish to them. This doesn't. Like 540 flips. And then, by the way, I found the 540 flip is left up and then square. I've been doing up down a lot. I've never pressed the left or right buttons at all, and it would do the 540 flip. This is not... I don't know what the fuck, but this is not supposed to happen. Anyway, I got lucky here and actually got the 300,000 for the tunnel right now, so that's nice. But now it's time for the hardest one in this entire level. But first, we've unlocked the pro-specific goals now. Which means, look at the goals, you'll find who has to be in what level to get the goal done. So for London, it's Bam and Chad Muska. So we'll come back as them when we do the things. Right now, though, let's focus on these goals. Which, for starters, the sick combo score. Now, here's one of my runs, and here's me losing it. I glitched through the building and bailed instantly because of it. What? And that's the last glitch, by the way. There are no more glitches after that. Luckily. But yeah, it's extremely awkward, and it's extremely shit, and I fucking hate it with all my fucking hate. Like, I don't know what was going on with them when they thought that was a good idea, but that was just garbage. So, only one thing remains now, horse. And we saw 20,000 points, so really horse is not that bad. The only problem is that, well, as we grow larger and larger, with the fact we're losing points as well as how many points we actually have to get, you'll realize that things will get very awkward and very difficult very fast. So we're definitely going to have to do a lot of more tricks than what we've been doing so far. In fact, I could try specials, but, you know, 540 flip and such has not done me any good. So, fuck that. Really, all I gotta say about the horse is, again, interesting idea, but after a few bits, it can get very tedious and very boring to having to do horse again and again and again, and all it is this. I think horse was a lot more fun when it was two-player, because you actually had to verse someone and actually beat their score. You don't beat a score that the game created for you, which I think made it a lot more challenging and a lot more fun overall. I don't mind this. I don't mind this single-player version of horse. I just think the multiplayer was successful because it was a multiplayer kind of game. And I just said multiplayer. I don't know what the fuck is going on with me anymore. But yeah, because it was a multiplayer kind of game, it was fun, it was intense, and it was actually challenging because you had to verse against someone else who had a better score than you. Here, though, you're versing against a computer who is giving you some pretty tame scores. And yeah, as you can see, I have won. And that is it for London, as we will soon see as the 100% thing pops up. There you go. Okay, so now that's all done. All we have left is pro goals for this place, but we're not done with all the levels yet. We've unlocked 2 more after doing London. So, let's go ahead and leave these pro goals for later, because we'll come back to this level next time as well as the other levels next time. Right now, though, let's go ahead and upgrade our stats, because we have 7 stats, and all the important ones I want to get out of the way are now going to get fully upgraded, with just the manual at this point. I'll keep going on an even sort of thing with the rest. I won't do this. I won't do this at all. I'll keep going for an even thing, but what I'm thinking is landing was number 1, lift balance number 2, spin's number 3, and switch, which I think is the most useless thing in the world, is number 4. So there you go. Okay, so let's see what our next 2 levels are gonna be, because we've done London, as you can see. So our next levels are Shipyard and Sewers, which is a PS1 exclusive level. So, Shipyard and Sewers, which one will I do next? You'll find out next time on Thomas Gator 4 on PS1. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.